Welcome to our power yoga session. So just to explain a little bit about power yoga, short and intense, builds strength, flexibility. When we have rests in between these strength phases, we can release into our flexibility. Okay, let's get started. Coming onto your back. Oh, let's just start with a good stretch. Oh, pressing out through the heels, reaching up through the fingers, feeling your whole body beginning to activate and awake. Then let's come straight into some abdominal work, drawing the knees in towards the chest. Lift head and shoulders if neck is comfortable with this. Draw the knees in towards the chest and extend the legs out about 45 degrees. Draw the knees into the chest and extend. 2. Draw the knees into the chest, extend. Let's lift our arms. 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep the knees together. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's draw the knees, lift the hips, and release the hips down. For 1, and that's 2, 3, 4. If you need to put the head down, you can. 5. Or you can place the fingertips just behind the back of the head. I think this might be 8, 9, and 10. Last one of our waking up abdominal beginning round. This is probably 4, 5. You can keep your knees bent if you need to. 6. Modify it as you need to. 7, or maybe we're 8, 9. Anyways, we're going to do about 20. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Rest the head down. Take the feet wide, holding on to either the outer edge of your foot with your hands, so maybe holding on to the ankles, the shins, whatever works for you. Letting the shoulders relax. Let the front of the shoulders broaden. Let the collarbones relax. And we're gently drawing the knees towards the floor. But if you find your hips don't allow that to happen, particularly in your legs are in this position or whatever, that's also fine. Great, it's all good. We're releasing in the hips. Letting the belly soften. Relaxing the shoulders. I'm taking a few breaths here. Okay, let's roll over. Come to lie on our front. Prop yourself up on your forearms. Have your elbows not directly beneath your shoulders like this, but rather have your elbows in front of the shoulders. That makes the angle less acute in our lower back. Rock out the hips. Maybe roll out the shoulders. Make sure the lower back is not all compressed and tight and squashed, but rather that there's space in the lower back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take a couple of breaths here. And then let's breathe in and lift the elbows. Exhale, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And as you lower the elbows, keep them hovering about an inch off the floor. Feel as if you're pulling the arms, the hands towards the body as we hold this for 5. Elbows tucked in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's come to all fours. On the forearms, knees below hips. We're going to lift and lower 10 times, just not quite touching the elbows to the floor. That's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's come onto forearm plank. Either walk the knees back, keep the knees down, or tuck the toes under. Come onto the tip of the toes. Press your forearms into the mat. Let your hips be level with the shoulders rather than a banana shape or too high. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Another, I don't know, about another 20 seconds now. Draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, press the forearms down, lift the chest. Try and let your breathing be steady. Another 5 seconds. And then we're going to come onto the left forearm, the left side of the body. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. You can place your top foot down if you like. Have the shoulder directly above the elbow. Make sure the hips don't sag. Lift the hips. Oh, another 5 seconds, 1 deep breath. And over to the other side, to the right forearm. Have the right elbow beneath the shoulders. Oops. See if you can keep your balance. Sorry to have my back to you. Feels very odd. Staring at the wall a few inches from my face. Elbow below shoulder. Breathing steady. Don't let the hips sag. Lift the hips up. Now, how do I see the clock? Oh, there we are. That's 30 seconds. Come back onto your forearms. Just for a moment, let's reshape our plank and then lift the elbows off your mat. Come into extended plank. Extended plank is halfway between a normal plank and a downward facing dog. All you've done is taken your knees off the mat. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds, another 20 seconds. Another 5 seconds here. And from there, let's take the knees down. Take the knees a little bit wider than hip width. Keep the hands where they are. Reach the hips backwards, down towards the floor. Down towards the heels, actually. Keep the arms straight. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. You can even pull the shoulder blades away from each other. And we're going to rest in this extended child's pose. If you need to put your head on something, drag a cushion or a blanket or a block if you have one, put it underneath your head so your head can rest on something if your head isn't comfortable reaching to the floor. Breathing into the shoulders, into the arms, into the wrists, into your upper back. Another few seconds. Okay. Let's come back into our forearm plank. No, sorry, not our forearm plank. Let's come back into our Sphinx first. This time, If the elbows are comfortable just beneath the shoulders, you can do that. When we lift up, that makes the ankle stronger on the lower back. So if you feel more comfortable, have the arms further forward, and then the ankle isn't so strong in the lower back. So let's breathe in. Lift, that's 1, 2, keep the elbows hovering off of the mat, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Elbows hovering, pull the hands and the arms towards the body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. The forearms down, tuck the toes under, plank pose. For 30 seconds. Hips, same height as the shoulders. Press the forearms, lift the chest. Don't let the shoulders sag, but rather be strong in the upper back and in the shoulder blades, pushing the heels away. Another 5 seconds here. Coming over to your left side, left elbow beneath shoulder. Top arm up. This time, if you want, you can extend, oh my God, your top leg forward. And we're going to see if we can hold that for 15 seconds, which is another 5 seconds. Okay, over to the other side. Left shoulder. Oh no, how am I going to do this? Left shoulder directly above right shoulder directly above right elbow. Take the right leg forward, top leg forward, which is the left leg. If you wish, you can also have the foot on the floor in front of you. Oh, how am I going to check the clock? Okay, another 3 seconds. Coming back down to your mat. And now it's back into our plank. Let's hold that for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extended child. Knees wide, reaching the hips back, stretching the arms out. So we're letting the shoulders and the arms and the upper back release after the intensity of the plank work we've done. This time you might want to try lifting the elbows off your mat. Stabilize the shoulder blades, meaning the shoulders aren't being pulled towards the hands. Rather, they're resisting that upwards pull. And they're staying firm. One big final breath. And let's come to sitting. My mat keeps shifting on this rug. Okay. Extend your legs in front of you. Lift the chest. Come onto the fingertips. Take the feet a comfortable distance apart. We're going to lower and lift 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the feet a bit wider. Lift the spine, lengthen the spine, release in the hips, and exhale as you keep the spine long. We're not going as far down as we can, and nor are the feet as wide as they could be. Instead, we're just pressing the fingertips into the floor, trying to pull back. So we're strengthening the legs, strengthening the lower back, strengthening the arms, strengthening the upper back here. And we'll just hold that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the legs, let's make circles in the air. Forwards, 2, 3, lift the chest, 4, 5, 6, point the toes, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release the legs down, lift the spine, sitting as tall as you can. Exhale, coming forward just a little bit so we get that length in the spine, and then releasing here down around the hips. Breathing in, and as we exhale, pull the hands back towards us. Toes drawing towards the knees as well. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. Third time, circling backwards. Let me see. 1. Lift the chest. 2, 3. You could have the hands on the floor in front of you if you prefer. 6, I think we're at. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now take the feet as wide as you can. Now we'll rest in this posture, Upavisthakonasana. Taking the feet as wide as you're comfortable, draw the toes back towards the knee, rock into the hips so you feel comfortable. Breathe in, lengthen the front of the body. And exhale. Keep the chest lifted. Keep looking forward. So we're not rounding at the waist, breaking that line of the spine. Rather, we're keeping the spine long and allowing the movement to be happening right down in the hips rather than in the waist. Breathing in, lengthening, exhaling and softening. Another, what's that? Probably about another 30 seconds or so. Another 5 seconds. Walking our way back upright. You may have been, by the way, you may have been in the posture something like this the whole time, as long as the spine was long. Beautiful. Pull, bring the legs back together. Shake out. Let's come back into our Sphinx. Elbows wherever you need them to be, beneath the shoulders or further forward. This time we'll hold for 30 seconds, breathing in. Lift. See if you can create a feeling of space in the lower back. So rather than the feeling that everything's crunching here, contracting it in towards each other, feel as if the legs are long, as if the glute muscles, the buttock muscles are not particularly working, they're not gripping. As if there's a feeling of real length in your spine, particularly in the lower back. The shoulders are not lifting. Another 5 seconds here. And then let's take the forearms down. Now you do want the elbows beneath the shoulders as you tuck the toes under, coming into our forearm plank. Maybe with the knees down at this stage. Let's lift the right leg and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Push the forearms down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift the other leg, left leg, for 10, 9. Lift the shoulders, 8, 7, 6, 5. Tuck the tailbone, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Lift the right leg, and this time draw the knee in towards the tricep for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, higher, 2, 1. Left side, left knee in towards the tricep. If you need to put the leg down, you can do for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Let's take a little rest just for a moment. And then, oh yes, then we're coming in to the extended plank. Tucking toes under, lifting the knees, keeping the hands where they were, and holding this for 30 seconds. Another 25 seconds. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Wrap the shoulders around the side ribs. Let the upper arms draw towards each other, pull towards each other. Take the elbows down. Keep the knees lifted. Rock forward, nose towards thumbs, and back for 1. Forward for 2, and back. Forward 3, and back. 4, and back. 5, and back. 6, and back. 7, and back. 8, back. 9, back. 10, and back. Just take the knees down for a moment. Have a little stretch out of the arms. And then let's come into our final round. Oh yeah, Sphinx to start with. Lifting elbows off your mat. Lengthening the legs. Releasing in the lower back. Letting the glutes not grip, although they are working. Pressing your hands into the mat. Drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. And now we come into our final, last round, tucking the tailbone under. Let's come into our plank, knees down here if you need to. Lift one leg for 10, 9, 8, tuck the tailbone, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Point the toes down towards the floor. 1, and down. Lift the second leg, left leg in this case. 10, 9, 8. Press the forearms down. 7, 6, 5. Lifting the shoulders away from the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Lift the shoulders. 2, 1, and down. The leg, knee into tricep. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You could do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extended plank. Lifting the elbows off of your mat. Pressing the hands into the floor, pushing the heels away, lengthening the arms away from the hands, wrapping the shoulders around the ribs. And we'll hold this for another 15 seconds. Okay, knees down, coming over onto your back. So that's all the hard work. Let's do a bit of recovery work. Bring the feet close to the body, hip width apart, and the feet more or less parallel. That often means we need to turn the toes in a little bit. Breathe in as you lift the hips off of the mat. Let the back of your neck lengthen. Come onto the sides of your shoulders. Interlock your hands underneath your back. Lift the hips. Let the knees feel as if they're isometrically pulling towards each other. Elbows straight, if shoulders allow. Press the feet into your mat. Pressing, lifting the hips the last few seconds here. Big breath in, exhale. Release. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Have a little rocking out of the hips by twisting, taking the legs over to one side, extending the other arm if you didn't have a wall in the way. Bring the legs back to center, rocking out the hips, twisting the legs the other way, and of course you're welcome to put something underneath the knees if that feels comfortable for you. Breathing in, coming back to center, and releasing down into your savasana, your relaxation. Staying here as long as you need to. One suggestion, I'd just like to say this, is if you place your feet on the floor, lift the hips, tuck the tailbone under, take the feet back down. You'll find often that I find that lengthens my lower back and allows there to be much more release around my lower back, sacrum, glutes area, rocking out the shoulders. Roll the arms so the palms face up. And rest as long as you need to, as long as you can. And when you're ready, taking a deep breath in, rolling to one side, and coming back to sitting. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.